When I was 4.5, I burned my dresses and girly clothes, cut my ponytail. While my father seeing me by the fire, he gave me this most masculine name that day, Genghis Khan. And I grew up with that name most of my life. I come from South Waziristan agency, and that's the tribal areas of Pakistan on Afghanistan border. These are the lawless areas. And it's considered as the most dangerous place on earth because it's a stronghold to the Taliban and a birthplace to terrorists. The extreme conservativeness and the gun culture and the drug culture is providing this as a best environment for terrorists to breed. Women are kept at home. The more sons you have, you're the strongest man. The more daughters you have, you're the weakest. Women education is considered as vulgarity or wastage of time. And they are married in young ages. My father, he's a free thinker. And he wanted to change this mentality. He believed in education, and he believed in equality. And he started this change from his own family. He started educating my mom after marriage. He told her to put away the burqa. And from now on, your education is going to be your protection. She is a high school principal today, and my mom and dad, they both worked all their life in the tribal areas as teachers. My sister, when she was 9, she became the best debater in Pakistan. She wanted to become the Secretary General of UNO. And today, she is the youngest parliamentarian in Pakistan. And she is doing PhD in comparative religions. I was very different. I was always a very aggressive child. My older sister, my brother, older brother, they were scared of me. And I would be wandering in that tribal area as a boy, as Genghis Khan, always found in the middle of fights, bruised, bleeding. If I hear about some boy that he is strong, I would trace him to his village, challenge him there, and defeat him. So that kind of attitude accidentally brought me into sports. The first sport that I was introduced to was weightlifting. My father told the weightlifting coach there that what people do in here. We didn't have the idea about sports that much because we are tribal people. He said people play sports and I'm a weightlifting coach. So my father said, I want my son to play sports. He said, he looks very strong. I'll coach him as a weightlifter. So I went into this boys' championship in Lahore and participated as Genghis Khan. And I got a position in that on a national level. And then the second sport that I got interested in was squash. It's the second biggest sport in Pakistan. And I like the idea of the drive for that. You dive, you jump, you're so much into it. And when I asked my dad I want to play squash, he said, well, I'm so excited for you because from now on you're going to hit the wall than people. So he took me to the squash academy and he tried to introduce me as his son, but it didn't work this time. Because in squash you have to present your birth certificate. So in a month or two, people slowly and gradually started coming to know about me that I'm a girl. And the news started spreading out to the area where I was living. And everything just turned upside down. I was wondering what happened, what changed? I'm still the same person. You call me Maria, you call me Genghis, doesn't matter. But no. I was a girl, and in the society, girls are not allowed to be outside when they are 10 years old, 9 years old, without even a shawl, I had a short hair, which is considered as un-Islamic, or living like a boy. It can be very dangerous. So I didn't know where I fit in. I never grew up among girls, and then I didn't have any friends who were boys out there anymore. All the boys and men out there started bullying and harassing me, and even attacked. I couldn't leave the house anymore. I couldn't go and buy grocery for my family. If I walk outside, people will throw stones at me. So it became difficult. And I didn't know what to do. I was not the kind of girl that you just say your destination is to get married. And I'm homeschooled, because in tribal areas we didn't have functional schools, so all I get education from my mom and dad at home. So I didn't know what's my future. What am I going to do? So I decided I'm not going to give up. And I decided I'm going to go to the squash court 8 o'clock in the morning, and I'll be back at 5 p.m. Morning till evening, I'll be hitting all by myself, creating squash drills by myself, and not talking to anyone. There was so much rashes, like I would be walking like this at the end of the day. So in a few years, I started performing really well, nationally, internationally. I won many tournaments. And in 2007, I got recognized by the government. I was given many national awards by the President and Prime Minister. And I thought my struggle is over. But then I got death threats from the Taliban. That I come from their region, how can I be playing in shorts and skirts? I love actually playing in shorts. And I had to decide whether I keep playing squash or stop. And I had decided to stop playing squash. Because I knew that in that time there was so much bombing. Every day. We didn't know if my family is going to come back. My friends were lost they lost their lives in the bombs. Some of them are missing. Our family friends who were doctors, who were teachers, they were kidnapped. Artists were the main focus, because they think if you play sports or you're an artist, you're extremely against Islam. So they were killed, a lot of artists. So I decided to stop playing squash, but not really, actually. For 3 years, I kept playing in my room, against the bedroom wall. And the only thing that kept me happy is visualizing myself in a squash court and thinking that I'm on a podium and winning. In morning time, I would be sleeping. In the evening time, at night time, I would be hitting all night. Because in the daytime, I don't want to miss going out in a squash court. Yes, the neighbors complained, and I switched the bedroom wall. So during that time, I realized I'm going to find a way. And I started emailing all over the world, offering my services as a part-time coach, but asking for a place to train with peace of mind. 3 years later, I got a reply from Canada, National Squash Academy. And today, I'm here among you all. I call it a miracle. And nothing bad happened to me, but I learned a lot. I lived like a girl, I lived like a boy, and I understand them both. I understand why we are facing a lot of problems, and men have so many fears. And they cover their fears under the shadow of religion and the culture. And women are taught to be weak. They're trained weak. I was not like that. I was trained strong. Girls are taught to obey the rules, follow the rules. I was taught to break the rules. So I didn't care about anyone anymore. I tell you this story. My dad, one day, when I was going through all that trouble, my dad took me to the market, and he said, "What kind of haircut do you want?" I'm like, "I don't know." He said, "How about buzz cut?" So he gave me buzz cut, and then he found me this big earring. I'm like, "No, I'm not going to wear that." He said, "That's fine." He gave me one big earring. So I wear that, and my dad and I, we both walk through the Peshawar market like a parade. And all the people are watching us, laughing at us, and my dad is like, don't look at them. Your destination is look forward, where you want to go. Don't care about them. And from that day, even if I went to the market, I would have a stick. If some guy pushed me or try that, I'm a go, he can do whatever he wants, I would start punching him and whacking him with a stick. And the market will start like everyone is running away from me. So you have to find your own way, I think. So I think that kind of attitude today, I realize that what kind of trouble the girls are going through, how they're treated. And today, I stand for all those girls and also boys, because my area is famous for terrorism and extremism. That's the only thing it's known for. Even it's a bad joke recently, what happened. It's a rumor, actually. And people actually started believing in it because it was all over the news in Pakistan, that Donald Trump belongs to my area. So I think we need to reach out to these people, our people, so they can be known for athletes, as doctors, as engineers, as scientists. And today, I actually salute to my people because they decided to become refugees just to support the army operation against the terrorists in their homeland. And I salute to them. And I think the world should also respect their sacrifice. And this is the time I think we should reach out to those people and bring them out from that darkness, provide them with best education and sports. I believe in sports because I was a negative child, I was aggressive, always fighting. But actually, through sports, I am transformed. All I think about hitting a squash ball, and that's all. Yesterday, 2 days ago, what happened in Manchester? It breaks our heart. And I understand their pain, because we have been in this pain for a long time. There was an attack on Army Public School, and more than 1,000 kids were butchered, and their teachers were burned alive right there. And it's 5 minutes away from my house. My sister was the first politician she got in there, and she was walking through all those bodies of young children who were piled up. They were shooting them, throwing them from the building. So that kind of consequences, we have seen those incidents in Pakistan. And we have to remember those innocent lives all over the world, whether it's Muslim, Jews, or Christian, or Hindus, whoever. We are humans. And we are affected by this cancer that's called terrorism and extremism. And the only solution is sports and education, because in sports, it channels your energy into a very positive way. You're so tired by the end of the day that you don't want to take a gun. So that's the thing, we have to hand over books, pens, and rackets so that no one can take over guns or drugs. And that's the solution. And I want to see every goal out there. Because the first thing comes in your heart, first decision, that's from God. That's the truth. The second one comes is a fear. So always step up for the first decision and do it. And that's my request to all the girls all over the world, to stand up for themselves. It's their life. They have to decide about it. And they shouldn't live in fear, because fear is taught. And I want to see girls who are athletes, who are scientists, who can dream to become them and do it. That's what I want in the world. And the more justice is there, the more equality is there, we are in peace. So I'm setting up this foundation, Maria Toorpakai Foundation. And through this, I do have a plan, and it will definitely help the world peace. Definitely. It will eliminate the terrorism and extremism from the world. And I will connect the East and West, and we will become friends again. Inshallah. Thank you.